it's been 2 years since I started doing treatment due to my cholangiocarcinoma. Twice in every 3 weeks, I need to go to chemotherapy, and they're using IV to infuse the drugs. Now, in the past few months, I noticed there's a change in my how they do the IV, because they're having a hard time getting some good arteries. In the past few weeks, I noticed it's a minimum of probably 4 or 5 tries before they can get a good one. So the nurse there on the Tom Baker Cancer Center advised me to consider putting a port-a-cath. It's a port-a-cath is a small mechanical device that makes the IV treatment less painful. And it will be easier for the healthcare professional to manage the treatment. Instead of searching for a vein and using a needle stick every time I receive IV medication, the healthcare professional gives treatment via a port. It's like a small device inserted underneath the skin of my chest. And there's a catheter that goes all the way down to the big arteries from my heart or to my heart. And then every time they need to infuse drugs, they just need to poke it. So there's no need to use the arm or look for any veins. The downside about that is like I need to go into day surgery. And it will not take long. It's probably going to take an hour or half an hour, and then plus recovery. And after that it will be easier, and hopefully all the burns that I got from my arm, like these burns, goes away, and my arteries and veins in my arms heal properly, so it can go back to the normal status it was before I started treatment. Tomorrow I'm scheduled for day surgery for the port-a-cath, and I'm going to try to show you the device before it's inserted, and then probably after, and while it's being used. Now, what is a port-a-cath? A port-a-cath is it's actually a device inserted underneath the skin to be used as a port to put the medicine in. It is really going to be like really advantageous if you're having IVs every week or a couple of times a month. It's gonna prevent you from having poked every time in the arm every time you need to do IV. Now the ports can be useful when people need IV treatments over long periods of time, such as chemotherapy, just like what I'm doing. Repeated IV treatment involves a lot of needles, and it's like I just noticed my arm is like became very shy on giving up good veins and arteries to put the needle in. That's why in the past few weeks I need to be poked like 6-7 times just to get a good one. Well, what's the benefit of a port-a-cath? It's an alternative to needles. That's one. It's gonna prevent me from being poked every week, which is painful and inconvenient, irritating. It has lower infection risk. It's easy to care, like to clean or whatever. It can last long, and it's not exposed. It's hidden underneath the skin. Now there are like pros and cons about it, and one of the and some of the cons involves you need to go minor surgery to have that. Now, it's probably tomorrow. I'll be getting the single lumen because I'm only getting one medication every time I go for treatment, and the treatment doesn't involve any pressurized infusion. It's just the IV pump that's working in there. They usually insert the port right here on this side of the chest or on this side of the chest. So I don't know which one they will prefer. It's gonna be like around here somewhere, and it's gonna be underneath the skin. And once it's in there, they're gonna put a catheter and put it in the big arteries through my heart, and then that's where the medication will go through every time they use the port-a-cath. Okay, wish me luck, and I hope it works. Yeah.
So here we are going to the interventional radiology. We'll be heading to the prep area. And that's me on the prep area with my support. And that's the thing that's going to be put inside of me. It's called the port-a-cath. I'm now inside the surgery room with all these devices and stuff. Pretty fancy. Waiting for surgery, and that's the time where I'm all done with it. And in the recovery area, you stay there for like 2 hours. And then later that day we went to the treatment.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.